There are 5 money lies that you were taught that are keeping you broke. And what I want to do in the next few minutes is I want to break them down. These are lies that most people believe when they were growing up. And what I want to show you is how these beliefs quietly sabotage your progress, even when you're trying to do the right thing. And these lies, they're not going to sound dangerous, but they sound like you're doing the responsible thing. They sound like it's the safe thing. And that's why they're keeping people stuck for decades. So, over the last 25 years in real estate and personal finance, I've watched people with great income stay broke and people with average incomes build real wealth. And the difference almost every time starts right here. Number 1, just save your money. And why it sounds smart, right? It's responsible, it's safe, it's disciplined. I'll even put the money in a high yield savings account and maybe earn enough to cover inflation. And why does it fail? Well, like I just said, inflation a lot of times is 3% or even higher. And if you're just in a traditional savings account at your bank earning 0.1 or 0.5% interest, every day that dollar that you have becomes less and less valuable, meaning what I can spend that dollar on today, I can buy less things a year, 5 years, 10 years from now if you're not earning enough money coming back. So just having money in an envelope at home or sitting in a non-interest bearing account makes absolutely no sense. So those low returns are a false sense of progress. I can't tell how many times I talk to people, they're like, oh, I've got $5,000 or $10,000 or $20,000 in an envelope in their house. So saving alone doesn't build wealth. Hopefully you have an emergency fund built up and you do have some cash, but you want to make at a minimum that you're in a high yield savings account. So you're earning 3 or 4 or 5% and you're hopefully keeping up with inflation. So those dollars are not becoming less and less valuable. Okay. So lie number 2 is debt is always bad, and not all debt is the same. And here's, I want to explain the difference. Okay. There's toxic debt, which is high interest. It's bought for consumer junk like clothes and cars and things you buy on a credit card that has super high interest rates. But strategic debt, things like buying assets, being able to leverage your money so that you can put a little bit of money down and buy an asset that's $500,000, like a house using leverage. Growth, using money to borrow to maybe start a building, which is a little more high risk debt. But things that you can borrow money for that actually make sense, going into debt isn't a bad thing as long as you have a plan for that. So avoiding all debt doesn't make you smart. Sometimes it usually makes you small. And taking some risk and having some debt actually is smart. It's just you can't have this high interest debt. It's just going to crush you and you're never going to be able to win, okay? Lie number 3, buying a house is always a smart move. Why this is a dangerous belief, and take it from someone who's been in the real estate business for almost 30 years, okay? Buying a house is emotional. A lot of times there is pressure that if you don't own a home, somehow you're falling behind financially. And it's this one-size-fits-all thinking that the only way to get wealthy is buying a house. Take it from me, who's helped people 2,000 plus times buy and sell real estate. There are smart times to do it and not smart times to do it. And here's the reality, okay? Timing, knowing when to do it, knowing where to do it, making sure you can afford to live in the house and the lifestyle that you have, making sure you know your numbers and that your finances are in order. I always hate when people try to say right now that always renting is better or always buying is better. It just depends on where you are in your life, okay? I've been in real estate for a long time. And I can tell you this, if you buy at the wrong time for the wrong reasons because you got pressured into it, it can set you back financially for years. And this is when you see people get foreclosed on and you see people lose houses for reasons that are out of their control. So just be smart about this, okay? I think long-term as a wealth building tool, and most people's biggest financial asset is their house, but you just have to be smart about when the timing of doing it is. So just know you'll get there eventually, but we got some things to do first. Lie number 4, you need a high income to invest, okay? This is one where I hear people talking about all the time. They keep waiting and waiting and waiting. It's like saying, hey, I want to be financially set up before I have a kid. It doesn't work that way. What you need to do is go to an investment calculator, look when you're 20 years old and find out how much money you would have if you literally invested $25, $50, $100 a month for the next 40 or 50 years. The numbers are crazy, okay? So this one where people wait forever is terrible. What you need to do is automate it. Start off with small amounts of your income, do it consistently over time, and as you start to make more money, you can start to do more investing. So if you get a $10,000, $20,000 raise, don't increase your lifestyle $10,000 or $20,000. Just start investing it all, and you will win, okay? Line number 5, hard work automatically leads to wealth. And this one hits hard because here's the thing. To me, hard work is just the price of entry. This is just how you get to walk in the door. It is not sufficient of the, I work hard, I deserve this, I deserve that, I should have a new car, I should have a new house. That's what gets a lot of people in trouble financially, and it happens real quickly, okay? Wealth comes from doing smart things like using leverage, building up systems, letting time and compounding over the long haul benefit you, being an owner of things, right? Ownership in assets, businesses, houses, whatever it might be. So here's what I'll tell you. If hard work alone made people rich, then construction workers would all be millionaires because they work as hard as anybody I know. So let's put this all together. These lies don't make you stupid or lazy. They make you obedient. And they are things that people might have believed years and years ago, but here's the thing. Wealth requires unlearning some of these lies before you can go learning all the things that you need to do. Okay, here's the thing. You don't get unlimited time, but the sooner you can start, and I've been harping on my kids like this for years now in their 20s to get going, because your 20s and 30s, if you do it right, are your main compounding years. And by the time you get where I am in your mid 50s, you will have more money than you ever thought possible, okay? So believing the wrong things early can be very expensive. So let's try to unlearn some of these lies. Let's try to get things going in the right directions, and your beliefs will drive better behavior. So let's fix your beliefs and the behavior will follow so that you can be on your path to financial freedom.